Hello everyone. Today we have a post-ski yoga stretch for you to relieve any tension in your legs and in your shoulders. So this is really great for relaxing your knees, your ankles, and your calves if you have been skiing and turning all day. And especially if you've been carrying your skis the whole time, either on your shoulders or whichever way, your shoulders and your arms are actually also taking a lot of pressure. So we're gonna relax those areas as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's be real, after a long ski day, you don't want to be standing anymore. So we're gonna come down into a seated position first. We're gonna relax our legs a little bit first. Okay, so you're gonna first come into a wide-legged pose. Okay, so if you can flex your feet, that's gonna help you to really stretch your hamstrings, your calves, and just give your legs a little bit of a counter reaction against all the contraction that your legs have been doing all day. You're first gonna focus on straightening your upper body. So breathe in, lengthen through your spine. And when you breathe out, see if you can reach your hands to your toes. Okay, so it will be much easier if your feet are flexed. So that's gonna force you to really stretch into the tendons on your legs. All right, so just stay here for several breaths. Breathe in, lengthen through your spine. And when you breathe out, see if you can lean forward a little bit more. Okay, a couple more times. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, lean forward. And then breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, lean forward. Awesome job. Okay, from here, you're gonna lean your upper body to your right leg first. Okay, so we're just gonna concentrate on stretching out that right leg a little bit. So feel free to either flex or bend your right foot, whichever way makes you feel a little bit better. You can even bring some movement into your ankles by flexing and bending your right foot. Okay, so your ankles are very sore right now after a whole day of skiing, so just keep bending and flexing your legs. Bend and flex, bend and flex. Awesome job. Okay, and then we're just gonna focus on the ligaments and tendons on our right leg. So breathe in, lengthen through your upper body. And when you breathe out, see if you can lean your upper body towards your right leg a little bit more. Your left foot can be either flexed or bent, whichever way makes your legs feel a little bit better. Okay, just keep breathing in and out deeply here for several breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. See if you can lean forward a little bit more. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Awesome job. And from here, you're gonna keep your left hand on your right toes and see if you can bring your upper body to be facing forward now for a side body stretch. All right, and you're just gonna be here for several breaths. Breathe in and out, and in and out. It's gonna help you to stretch your lower back and also your left shoulder. So you might be surprised to feel that your left shoulder is sore, depending on which arm you use to carry your skis. Okay, awesome job. And from here, come back to upper body facing your right leg, and then move to the center, and then move to your left leg this time. Awesome job. All right, so first we're just gonna relax our ankles a little bit again. So just flex and bend your left foot this time. Okay, you're gonna feel a lot of relaxation in your left leg now. Okay, just keep doing that. Your left ankle will really thank you for doing this. All right, and then we're gonna focus on the tendons on our left leg. So breathe in, lengthen your upper body. And when you breathe out, reach for your left foot and lean forward. All right, just stay here for several breaths. Breathe in and out deeply. And lean forward a little bit more. And one more time, breathe in and breathe out. And then breathe in and breathe out. Awesome job, okay? From here, keep your right hand touching your left foot, and then see if you can open your upper body to be facing forward now. Okay, you should be feeling a lot of stretch in your lower back and in your right shoulder this time. You should feel very delicious after a long day of skiing. And just breathe in and out deeply here to really get into that side body stretch. Awesome job. And then come back to upper body facing your left leg, and then move through the center, and then come back to a neutral seated position. Awesome job. Okay, so to counteract all the straightening of your legs, we're gonna come into a fire log pose. Okay, so because your hips might be pretty tight from all the pivoting and turning, so it's possible that you won't be able to come into a full form of this pose. If that's the case, come into a butterfly pose. Okay, just feet together, knees open, and just stay here. Otherwise, if you feel like you can take a challenge, it's actually really good for your hips to come into a fire log pose. Awesome job. Okay, so just stack your shins on top of each other. So I have my left shin on top of my right shin for now, and I'm creating a little triangle with my legs. Okay, and we're just gonna stay here for several breaths. Breathe in, lengthen through your spine, and you can even breathe out, flow forward a little bit to really stretch out those hips. Okay, just be here for several more breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. A couple more times. Breathe in, breathe out, and one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Awesome job. And we're just gonna switch legs. So right shin on top of my left shin this time in a fire log. Okay, take a minute to make sure that your shins are stacked perfectly. Okay, all right, and there's no pain in your legs. A little bit of tension is fine because we're stretching out our right hips. Okay, and then we're gonna get into our fire logs pose for several breaths. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out. Hinge forward a little bit through your hips. A couple more times. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. You can even stay here for as long as you would like to. This is a really good opening pose for your legs and your hips. Because they've been pivoting and turning so much. So this is a really good way to bring some different kinds of movements to those areas. Okay, awesome job. Okay, from here, we're gonna combine the hip opening and the straight leg stretch. So first, you're gonna bring your right foot to be inside your left leg and then kick your left leg out. We're just gonna do a single leg forward fold a couple times, okay? So breathe in, lengthen through your spine. When you breathe out, fold forward. Okay, a couple more times. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, fold forward. Make sure that you have a gentle bend in your left knee so you don't overstretch your left leg. Okay, several more times. Awesome job. You should be feeling great in your lower back as well for this. All right, and then we're gonna switch it out. You can transition through a butterfly pose to your left foot inside your right leg. Okay, and then we're gonna stretch out a couple times. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, fold forward. Okay, feeling a lot in my right hip and my lower back. And just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. Awesome job. Breathe in and breathe out. Switch it out. After some seated leg stretching, our legs might be feeling a little bit better. So we're ready to engage our legs a little bit more by coming into a low lunge pose, okay? So you can transition through a tabletop position. Of course, we're gonna do some cat and cows to just stretch out our lower backs a little bit. Okay, so breathe in, arch your back, bring your gaze up. And when you breathe out, round your back, bring your gaze down. Breathe in, arch your back, bring your gaze up. And breathe out, round your back, bring your gaze down. Awesome job. Okay, from here, we're gonna stretch out our shoulders because they've been working very hard in carrying those skis. So we're gonna do some thread needles, okay? So you're first gonna open up to the left side. So lift your left hand up, open up your upper body to the left side, and then your thread your left hand through your right hand and your right thigh. Okay, try to keep your hips leveled. Make sure that your hips are still elevated. And then try to bring your left shoulder onto the ground. Okay, so we're just gonna stay here for several breaths. And then with your right hand, you can either bring your right hand forward, or if you're practicing a bind, you can bring your right hand to be on your left hip. All right, and we're just gonna stay here for several breaths, whichever hand positioning you ended up in. Breathe in, lengthen through your spine. And when you breathe out, try to open up your right shoulder a little bit more. A couple more times. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, open. One more time. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, open. Awesome job. From here, hands down through a tabletop. You're gonna transition into a thread and needle on the other side. Okay, so breathe in, right hand up, open up to the right side. And then when you breathe out, thread a needle to the other side. Awesome job. Okay, right shoulder is on the ground. Left hand either walk all the way up or bring your left hand to be on your right hip. And we're just gonna be in this stretch for several breaths. Breathe in, lengthen through your spine. When you breathe out, stretch through your right fingertips. 2 more times, breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, stretch. And one more time together, breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, stretch. Awesome job. Okay, and then come back into a tabletop position. From here, you're gonna bring your left foot forward into a low lunge on your left side. And we're just gonna stretch out our right hips, okay? So from a low lunge, you're gonna bring your hands back, shift your hips back into a runner split. A low lunge is split, and then low lunge, and then runner split, and a low lunge, and a runner split. It should feel really good in your legs, a little bit in your lower back as well. Okay, so just keep doing that for as long as you want to bring some relief to your legs. Awesome job. Okay, from here, you're going to transition through a plank pose. I know your shoulders might be, what are you doing? I'm already so sore. But just for a minute, and then you step your right foot out into a low lunge on the right side. Okay, and then we're gonna do the low lunge to splits to open up our left hips a little bit. Okay, hands back, hands forward, hips back, hips forward several more times, hips back, hips forward. Awesome job. Okay, and then from here, you're just gonna step your left foot up and come into a yogi squat. You're in a yogi squat, and you're just gonna shift your weight left to right a little bit to really stretch out your calves and massage your ankles a little bit. Perfect. All right. And then you're gonna come into a stationary yogi squat, and we're just gonna open up to one side and another to stretch our lower backs a little bit and also open up our hips a little bit more. Okay, so first, open your upper body up to the right side. Hands are open, arms are open. And just try to bring our upper body to the right side and just stay here for several breaths. Breathe in and out deeply through your nose. Awesome job. Come back to the center. Shift your weight left to right a little bit more. You can even lift your heels up and sway left to right a little bit. Should feel really good to counteract all the pivoting with your ankles. Okay, and then once you're ready, come back to a stationary yogi squat and then open up to the left side. Awesome job. Just breathe in and out deeply here. Perfect. And then once you're ready, hands together, bring your hands to the ground, and then you're gonna come back into a butterfly pose. And then you're just gonna shake out your legs a little bit. And you can kick your legs forward again, shake them out. You should be feeling so much better already. Skiing is really tough on your body, especially because our bodies are restricted to just certain kinds of movements. So this is a really good stretch for you to counteract all the different contractions that your body has to go through to keep yourself safe on the slopes. So thank yourself for taking the time to give your body a little bit of relief. Your body will really thank you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have a great après-ski, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Bye.